Welcome to the Guitar Channel. I am super happy to welcome you a new interview. I am with Lucia, English speaking, because he's from Ireland. I am with, I have to double check again on his business card, sorry, Andrew Lowry. I hope I didn't destroy too much your last name. Andrew, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Okay, good. So what do you think of the Issoudun Guitar Festival?
It's my first time at Issoudun,
Yeah.
and I'm finding it very, very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people, lots of interested guitarists passing to try out the guitars.
Yeah.
So it's been very good for me.
Mm. Did you do many other guitar festival or shows like that?
Just little shows in my region in the north.
Okay.
This is the first big show that I've taken part in.
Mm. So you have to tell me, Andrew, what was your first encounter with the guitar? What was your first guitar?
My first guitar was a classical guitar, which at around age, well, quite old. I was 15, 16 when I started.
Okay.
So I started on that. Then I moved on to electric guitar during my 20s. Then I actually took a long pause from guitar playing. And
why? You were bored, or?
Well, I didn't. I wasn't progressing as a player.
Okay.
So when I realized I wasn't going to make it as a player, eventually I started to make them instead.
Okay. And at what point did you decide, oh, well, that's what I want to become? I want to become a guitar builder.
That was after I came to France. I started to play guitar a little bit again, and I was looking for something, an activity that I could do apart from my main job, which is not my. I'm not a luthier full time.
Okay.
And I had the good fortune to be living close to Richard Baudry, Richard Baudry, in the north, and so I went and did training there. First of all, just to make my own guitar, as a leisure activity. And I like.
How was it to do this with Richard? It won't get out of the internet, so don't worry.
Okay, I'll have to say it was very, very pleasant.
Yeah.
It's a very pleasant environment to work in. Richard is a good teacher.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And that's I think what helped to make up my mind also that he made it such a fun experience.
Okay.
And then I also learned that he did professional training courses, and at that point I decided to go all in and train to be a luthier. So I took a sabbatical from my job to train with Richard for 9 months.
Okay.
And after that I set up my own little business.
Good.
And the result is that now here I am at Issoudun with my guitars.
Yeah. And going back to the first guitar you built with Richard, I mean, I am always amazed about that's something I want to do in the future, to go to do this kind of, not to become a guitar builder, but to better understand how the guitar works. But I am really bad with tools and stuff like that. So did you have some, were you good already with wood when you started with Richard for the first guitar?
Yes, I had already worked quite a bit, not in a professional sense, but I did a lot of work, in English what we call DIY, bricolage.
Yeah.
So I worked with wood around the house. I built staircases. I built little bits of furniture. So yes, I had already was familiar with woodworking tools. And
is it a requirement, you think, to go build a guitar? No.
It helps, but if you're going to work, if you're going to build a guitar as a student with someone like Richard or another luthier who does such courses, it helps if you have a little experience, but you don't need it. Okay. You don't need it really, and practically anyone can go and build a guitar under proper supervision. Okay.
And the fact that you are luthier now has no direct link to your previous job?
No. No.
So let's talk about your guitar. Show us, tell us everything about it.
Okay, this is a largish body guitar, which I call has the dimensions of a small jumbo, which Gibson would call a small jumbo. Back and sides in Honduran mahogany, neck as well. A French spruce top from the Jura.
Show to the camera.
Sorry, French spruce top.
Yeah, okay.
Fingerboard and bridge in black ebony. And bindings in flame maple.
Nice.
And also the back of the headstock, flame maple as well overlay.
Okay. And the finish seems to be extremely thin. What do you use?
It's a matte finish.
Okay.
So we just, with a matte finish, we just spray it on, and there's no further sanding or polishing.
Okay.
So it stays with no reflections off the surface.
Nice. And what's the impact on the sound because of this kind of finish compared to a more shiny finish?
Impact on sound, I wouldn't say there's much actually.
Okay.
It may end up being a little thinner than a gloss finish, but it's basically the same type of varnish. It's just applied in a slightly different way.
Okay.
So I wouldn't think there's much influence on sound at that level.
Okay. What kind of budget are we talking about for this guitar?
For this one, we're in the region of about 2,400 euros.
Okay. And do you usually build on order, or people come to you and say, well, here is what I want to do, and you start from that, or you start from your model, then you build on that?
I would generally, even if it's an order, I would propose my models.
Okay.
If it was a really interesting project and someone wanted a guitar of a shape that I don't already do, then I might be interested. But generally, I would the builds on order would be for my models.
Okay. Yeah. And is it? Do you have specific genre of music that people usually play on your guitar, or is it all over the place? Finger picking, flat picking.
Well, yeah, people generally. What I've had the festival here is a whole range of types. Generally, what I aim for in my tonality is for fingerstyle.
Okay.
This one, for instance, has a much wider here at the spacing of the strings at the bridge is 60 millimeters as opposed to 55, 57 normally, and that's done specifically to facilitate the fingerstyle.
Okay, because there is more room for the finger
down there. It's the same. I've got a 45 millimeter neck, so it's the same. A standard neck width at the nut, but a wider string spacing at the bridge.
All right, excellent. Where people can find you geographically? Sorry, it's a difficult word, and on the internet.
Geographically, I'm in the north, La Gorgue.
Okay.
So in the area of Lille.
Okay.
Internet, I don't have a website, but I'm on Facebook. Lowry Guitars. If you look for Lowry Guitars on Facebook, you can find me there.
Okay, excellent. Well, Andrew, it was nice to meet you, and I wish you all the best for the adventure for day 2 of Issoudun then.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.